Hi, welcome to my yoga practice for the core. Let's begin on hands and knees, wrists below shoulders, knees below hips, and we'll start going through some cow-cat. Inhaling, filling the lungs to their depths, and then exhale round, letting all of your air out. Take another cow inhale. Exhale, return to neutral and just start to awaken this core. Pull the belly in towards the lower back and extend your right leg, getting some length through that side waist. Lower to the ball of the foot. Reach the heel back, release through the Achilles. Then using your core muscles, lift that left knee off the mat. Breathe. Return the knee and come into a same side spinal balance. So right arm, right leg extending. Opening up to a side plank. Reach from the heel through the fingertips and everywhere in between. Cup the palm over the kneecap and lift the knee to the sky. Look upward if you'd like. Exhale, return to spinal balance. Return the right hand to the mat. And then on an exhale, drive the knee to the nose. Inhale, knee to the sky. And take another round just like that. And return to hands and knees. Keeping the core tight, extend the left leg, lengthening through the side waist. Lower to the ball of the foot, release through the Achilles. And then pulling the belly in, lift your right knee off the mat. Gently lower and come into your same side spinal balance. Left leg, left arm reaching in opposite directions, and then open up to your side plank. Cup the palm over the kneecap, lift the knee to the sky. If you want, turn your head upward. Breathe. Exhale, rotate around. Left hand will return to the mat. And then drive the knee to the nose around the spine, knee to the sky, a little arch, look up, and another round just like that. And return to hands and knees. Take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, tuck your toes, lift the hips, down dog. And just kind of see what you need here, check in. Pedal it out or shift your hips side to side. Maybe you shake your head yes and no. Whatever you're doing, just tap into those deep, full breaths. Bend your knees, get a little more length to the spine. And then exhale, drop the hips to a full front plank, carve the belly in, separate the shoulder blades, spread the fingers, gently drop to the knees, roll all the way down and into a Sphinx pose. Get some length through the side waist, kind of shimmy those ribs away. Take a few breaths here. Rotate around onto that left forearm. With the knees bent, lift just the hips in a modified side plank. Push the right hip forward, the left hip back. Take a breath. Gently lower back down. Come back to the belly, hands will frame the chest. Get some length here, reach the legs back one at a time. On your exhale, lift everything you own off the mat. Head, chest, hands, legs. Bring those thighs up off the mat. Pull the belly in. And then exhale, return to your down dog. Again, kind of see what you need here. Deep, full breaths. Bend the knees, inhale. Exhale, begin to walk your hands back to your feet and just kind of let your head hang. Place the thumbs at the base of your skull and pull your head gently away from the shoulders. The thumbs will then ride to the temples, massaging once in each direction. Roll up one vertebra at a time. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, right hand grabs the left wrist, shimmy the ribs away, and then lean the torso to the right. Push the hips to the left. Eyes will look up to that left elbow. Expand the side waist. Return to neutral and change sides. Pull the right arm straight. Torso shifts to the left, hips push to the right, eyes looking up towards that right elbow. Return to neutral, inhale, maybe a little lean back, exhale, dive forward. Walk out back to down dog. Take a breath. Bend the knees, exhale, press into that full front plank, belly in, shoulder blades separated, roll down. Sphinx pose, lots of length through the side waist. Take a breath. Rotate onto that right forearm and come into your modified forearm side plank. Hips up, knees will stay down, and shift your hips. The left hip comes forward, the right hip pushes back. Arms straight, eyes up. Breathe. Pull the belly in. Gently come down. Again, hands frame the chest, lengthen through the legs. On your exhale, pull the belly in and lift everything you own off the mat. Breathe, hold. Feel the thighs lift off the mat. Lower down, press back to down dog. Take a breath. Bend the knees if you need to, then walk those hands back towards the feet. Forward fold, grab the elbows and hang. Maybe you swing a little bit, just see what feels good. And then roll up to standing. Inhale, arms sweep up, lengthen through the side waist. Maybe a little lean back, extension, inhale. Exhale, dive forward, walk back out to down dog. Take a few breaths here in down dog. Recover, hips up. Exhale, gently drop your left knee, open up to a modified side plank and place some weight on that inner right foot. And if you want, lift the left knee for an extra challenge. Breathe, eyes up. Rotate back around a full front plank. Lower your body all the way down to the mat, back into that Sphinx pose. Push through the forearms, pull the ribs forward and upward. Coming on to that left forearm side plank, knees bent, hips up. And if you want to extend your top leg, get some length through the side waist. Straighten that right leg all the way, reach the hip away from the ribs. Return the leg, return the hips, and come back to your belly, bringing your body into a T shape, arms reaching, legs lengthening, and on your exhale, lift everything you own off the mat. Every piece of your inner leg flesh touches. Lower down, tuck the toes back to down dog. Settle your heels. Bend the knees. This time you're going to walk your hands back into garland pose. Heels come together, balancing on the balls of your feet. If you prefer chair pose, that's fine too. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale to a side angle, right hand to the mat, left arm as high up to the sky as you can. Press your right knee back. And then interlace your fingers about an inch below that right knee. Drive through the left heel and come to a balancing position. Hold. If you want, wrap those peace fingers around your big toe and extend the leg. Breathe. Release the leg, hold it, point the foot, flex the foot, return to the mat, sweep the arms up, inhale, lean back, dive forward, exhale, walking back to your down dog position. Gently drop the right knee this time, open up, side plank, placing weight on that inner left foot. If you want, lift the right knee off the mat, as long as you're not sacrificing your breath. Rotate around a full front plank, lower your body all the way to the mat, into that Sphinx pose. Pull the ribs forward and up, shoulders down. Come on around to that right forearm side plank, lifting the hips. And if you want to extend that top leg, getting lots of length through the side waist. Top leg is perfectly straight. Return the leg, return the hips, rotate around to the belly into your T shape. Zip up your legs And on your exhale, lift everything you own off the mat. Now try to pull your belly off the mat too. Pull the belly in towards the lower back, a little bit of space there. And lower press back down dog. Bend the knees, walk back to garland pose, or again, if you prefer chair, that's okay too. Hands to heart center. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, side angle, left hand to the mat, right arm to the sky. Reach the arms in opposite directions. And release. Interlace your fingers about an inch below your left knee. Drive through the right heel and come to standing. Any balanced position you prefer. If you want, wrap your peace fingers around the big toe and extend, or find your own position that works best for you. Now hold your own weight. Extend your leg as much as you can. Point the toes, flex the foot. Return to mountain. Inhale, arms sweep up, a little extension, dive forward, and walk out to your down dog. Settle, take a few breaths. Gently drop that left knee, open up to that side plank. Again, resting on the inner leg. If you want, knee can lift or it can even extend in front of you like I'm doing here, or stay in your modified side plank. Rotate back around, maybe into a three-legged plank this round. Belly pulls in, lower down into that Sphinx pose. Take a breath. On this round, you're going to inhale and then exhale hard through your mouth, engaging the core, and come into a full forearm front plank. Take a deep breath. Tuck that belly in. Rotate around on the outer edge of the left foot, inner edge of the right foot, keeping the belly in tight. Breathe. From here into that forearm side plank. This time it's a full side plank. If you'd like to drop a knee, of course, feel free. Keep those hips up nice and high, remembering to rotate top hip forward, bottom hip back. Gently drop to the knees. Rotate around to the belly. This time coming into an X position, arms and legs spread nice and straight. Exhale, lift, legs stick straight, arms stick straight, belly off the mat. Breathe a little higher. And lower down back to down dog. Beautiful. Knees bent. Walk your hands back to the legs, back into garland pose, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, right hand to the mat, or wrap around into a bind, so you can come into a side angle garland or a bound side angle garland. Drive the left heel through the mat, coming into a balanced position. Maybe you come out of the bound side angle. Maybe you interlace the fingers around the knee, totally your choice. Whatever you do, continue to breathe. Extend the leg. Maybe the peace fingers wrap around the big toe. Release hands to hips, point and flex. Bring the leg to the side, point and flex. Leg to the back, point and flex. Dive the upper body forward, coming into an upside down split. Hands to the mat. Lift that right leg as high as you can. If you want, wrap your hand or hands around the standing leg ankle. Whatever you do, continue to breathe. Walk out to a three-legged dog. Take a breath. Now spin around into that side plank. Again, feel free to thread the leg through, resting on the inner foot of the left leg. Back to a three-legged front plank or four-legged front plank. Lower all the way down into Sphinx pose. Take a breath. Preparing for that forearm front plank. Exhale hard through the mouth. Lift the hips. Pull the belly in as hard as you can. Pivot around on the outer edge of the right foot, inner edge of the left foot. Belly still tucked in. And then into that right forearm side plank. Feel free to take this in a modified version or stack the feet. Rotate those hips. Relax through the shoulders, hips a little higher, and exhale, lower, coming into your X position, arms and legs separate. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, lift everything you own off the mat. Arms and legs stick straight, belly pulling in and up off the mat. Lift a little higher and return to down dog. Once you get there, knees will bend. Walk your hands back, garland pose. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, left hand to the mat in a side angle, or wrap your arms around into a bound side angle. Breathe. And then into your balanced position. Feel free to come out of this bound side angle or drive the right heel through the mat and come on up while in the bound side angle. Any balanced position you want. Peace fingers around the big toe, the leg extends. And then release to hold your own weight. Point and flex, leg stick straight. Come out to the side, point and flex. Come behind, belly in, point and flex. Take your time coming into that upside down split. Hands to the mat. Grab onto your ankle with one or both hands if you'd like. And exhale, walk out three-legged dog. Take a breath, lift the leg nice and high. And then swing that left leg under, coming into that modified version of a side plank. Resting on the inner foot of the right leg. Three-legged front plank. Or two-legged plank. Lower your body all the way to the mat, Sphinx pose. Take a breath. Prepare for that forearm front plank. Exhale through the mouth, lift. Swivel the feet around to the inner edge of the right foot, the outer edge of the left foot. Hold. Forearm side plank, any version you'd like. I'm going to take one lifting the top leg, both legs straight, hips up nice and high. Don't let those hips sag. And lower all the way down, back to the belly. This time, reach your arms extending in front, zip your legs up. Take a deep breath in, exhale everything up, arms straight, legs straight, every piece of your inner leg flesh touches, lift, and exhale, lower, down dog. Bend your knees, and walk back, garland pose, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, right hand to the mat in a side angle, or right arm wraps in front of that right leg into the bound side angle. Remember, balance uses the core, so before you take it to standing, make sure your belly is in nice and tight. Breathing as you go. Not looking for perfection here. Extending the leg. Face calm, and release, hold, pointing and flexing to the side, pointing and flexing, and to the back. Diving forward, upside down split, hands to the mat or to the ankle. Lift that back leg as high as you can. And take a walk out, three-legged dog. Inhale, leg lifts. Exhale, swing that right leg underneath, side plank, resting on the inner foot. Lift the leg as high as you can. Unthread. 2, 3, or 4-legged plank. And lower your body all the way to the mat, into Sphinx pose. Take a breath, take a break. Exhale through the mouth. Here we go. Front plank, belly pulls in. Rotate to the outer edge of the right foot, inner edge of the left. Forearm side plank, take whatever version you want. Hips up high. Relax through the shoulders. Make sure you're not settled into that right shoulder. The core will help. And lower all the way down. Reach the arms in front. Extend the legs back and zip up. Feel every piece of your inner leg flesh touch. And then exhale, lift, hold. Reach and get longer. And then lift and get higher. Exhale, down dog. Bend the knees. And off we go, garland pose. Eyes focus in front. Arms sweep up, inhale. Side angle or bound side angle, exhale. Rotate the ribs around, push the knees back. Return your head to look down. Drive through that right heel. Coming to your standing balance, a little wobbly, that's okay. Keep breathing no matter what's going on. And release, extend the leg. Maybe you hang on to the big toe. Now hold your own weight here, point and flex. Leg as straight as you can to the side, a little straighter, point and flex. To the back, feel those glutes working, point and flex. And dive forward, upside down split, take your time. Lift that left leg a little higher. Check in with your breathing. Walk out three-legged dog. Lift a little higher. And lower four-legged dog. Settle, take a break. Another breath here. And bend your knees on the exhale. Look forward, step or float into a seated position and come into boat pose. Again, belly pulled way in, and then shift your legs to the left, arms to the right, and continue back and forth, side to side, pulling the belly in, breathing. We're going to take this 8 rounds. Keep focusing on the belly, pulling in and up, applying those Pilates principles. Then to boat pose, grabbing onto that right knee, lowering down, but keep the torso off the ground, and then straight legs switching. Torso up as high as you can, eyes focusing towards the navel, alternating back and forth. Again, 8 rounds. And then shift both arms to the right. On the outside of that right leg, use one hand to support the head if you'd like, as I've shown, or both hands reach. Torso up, breathe, belly in, knees to the chest, and take a break. Again, chest to the knees to the chest, coming back into boat pose. And arms to the right, legs to the left, shifting back and forth, another 8 rounds. Breathe, applying those Pilates principles once again. Navel in, navel up. Chest high, boat pose. Grabbing onto that left knee, roll all the way down, torso will stay up. Legs straight and switch, switch, 8 rounds. Torso up, try to pull those shoulder blades off of your mat. Making sure you can see your navel, pulling it in. And arms to the left. On the outside of that left leg, feel free to use the left hand to support the head. And hold, breathe, belly in, almost there. Stay with it. And exhale, knees to chest. And rest. Get your breath. Tee those arms to the sides. Legs up, and we're going to create some big circles with both legs, switching directions each round. So as big of a circle as you can muster. You might even lift your hips off the mat as I'm doing here, but you certainly don't have to. Make sure you're breathing and make sure your neck is relaxed, head is resting onto the mat. Circling around as big of a circle as you can muster. We're going to do 4 in each direction. Focusing on the belly pulling in, relaxing through the neck, relax through the shoulders, and rest, knees to chest, rock back and forth. Lift the head and come on up back to boat pose on the exhale. Return into that nice tight ball. Back to boat pose, belly in. Inhale, tight ball. Exhale, boat. We're doing 8 rounds all together. Last round of core work here. And then we'll rest after these 8. Belly in, lift. To the tight ball, getting hard now. Stay with it. Almost there. Boat pose. Beautifully done. Rest down onto your mat after those 8 rounds. Pull your heels close to your glutes. Let's give those abs a little stretch, creating balance between flexibility and strength. If you're not feeling a good stretch through your abs here, feel free to come into wheel pose, flipping those hands above the shoulders, lifting the hips to the sky. But if you want to stay in bridge, of course that works too. A couple of breaths here. Whether you're in bridge or wheel, slowly roll down and come into happy baby. Feel that lower back press into the mat. Try to keep your sacrum down onto the mat. If it feels good, rock back and forth. And release, tee those arms to the sides, drop the knees to the right. Turn your head and your rib cage to the left. And if you want, straighten your top leg perpendicular to your body. Head and neck relaxed. Feel that core release. I like to use my hand here to kind of stack the hips a little bit more. Kind of windmill those legs to the other side. Open book, other side. Head will turn to the right. Rib cage also will turn to the right. Stack your hips, and if you want to extend that top leg, use your hand to help. Make sure your belly is completely relaxed here. Just let it go. Your hard work is over. Allow yourself to quiet the mind chatter using your breath. Windmill back to the center, upward cobbler's pose. Kind of align your feet, your toes. Knees push forward, heels pull to center. Release the legs. Extend the arms overhead and point your toes. Reach as far as you can from your fingers through your toes and everywhere in between. Shimmy your hips away, shimmy your ribs in the opposite directions. And let your body rest. Using your breath to keep you calm. Namaste. Thank you for joining my yoga practice for the core.